I have to admit, David, I'm a little nervous. I've never been interviewed before.
Don't worry, Yoko. You'll be fine.
Okay. Where should we start?
Well, you know this is a human interest story.
Right.
So first, we want to hear about you and your experiences. Then we'll talk about healthy cooking, how to cook simply and eat better.
Okay.
So, have you always liked to cook?
Yeah, I have actually. When I was a little kid, I used to help my mother in the kitchen. She would let me open packages and measure and stir things. I always had a lot of fun.
Uh-huh.
When I got older, we used to have big family meals. All my aunts and uncles used to come over. My cousins would all be playing, but I wouldn't leave the kitchen. I would stay with my aunts and my mother. We would cook for everyone.
So, your mother taught you a lot.
Absolutely. I grew up in LA, but my mother was born and raised in Japan. She learned to cook from her mother, and she taught me.
Japanese food is pretty healthy, right?
Definitely. You know, the Japanese eat a lot of fish, rice, vegetables. So the food typically has very little fat and fewer calories.
Uh-huh. Do you think most people have a healthy diet these days?
Not really. Nowadays, people don't cook at home a lot. They eat out too much. And people aren't very careful about their diet.
I know that I eat out a lot because I don't have enough time to cook. What about people who are too busy to cook anything?
Well, you have to plan ahead. For example, you could prepare a bunch of meals on the weekend. I like to make a lot of simple dishes and freeze them.
I've never tried that.
Yeah, then you have frozen meals ready to go.
Well, I love frozen dinners. I buy them at the store all the time.
Frozen dinners from the store aren't usually very good for you, and they're expensive. The thing is, we eat too much fast food and not enough fresh fruits and vegetables.
Yeah, I know I don't eat very many vegetables. I just don't like them.
Well, if you know how to cook them well, they're delicious. I like to roast vegetables with a little olive oil.
Roasted vegetables? That might be okay. All right. So, what do you do when there isn't much food in the house and you're starving?
You know, my mother used to make dinner with almost anything. She'd cook with whatever was in the fridge. So, what's in your fridge right now?
My fridge? Not much. Let me think. There's a carton of eggs. I usually have eggs for breakfast. I have a few onions, a bottle of soy sauce, and, maybe a loaf of bread.
Do you have any rice?
Yeah, I probably have some.
Perfect. You can make tamago donburi.
Tomago?
Tamago donburi. It's a Japanese dish. Basically, it's eggs over rice. It's quick and easy.
I see. So you're saying you have to be creative, right?
Exactly. And don't be too hard on yourself. If you don't have the time to cook or you don't have any groceries, go out to eat. Just be careful what you choose. I suggest you come here.
Then I'm glad I came. What are you going to make us today?
Well, we'll start with a baked chicken with spicy sauce, roasted vegetables, wild rice. Then we'll have